First one will be from Todd Kim.
Morning, Fran. What is it about how Northwestern operates on offense that's leading to so many good looks from three-point range?
Well, it starts with, they have, some really good three-point shooters. Chris has always run great stuff, variety of actions, and they have a very unselfish group that moves and shares the ball. They have arguably the best point guard in the country. That obviously helps. And I think it's a variety of those things.
Tom Caker.
Hey, Fran, good morning. Wanted to ask you, since Barry's gone out, they really haven't missed a beat. What has been the key there for them to continue on being successful?
Well, they have other good players. Martinelli's really good. Ty was having a terrific season, and he's a veteran guy. It's always hurts to lose somebody like that. But they've got a veteran savvy group that knows how to compete, knows how to execute their offense, and others have stepped up. And it's been impressive in that regard.
Tyler Tashman.
Hey, Fran, I hope you're doing well. With Josh, has there been a moment during a practice or a game where you just kind of really realized that he had taken that next step?
No, I think it's been noticeable from the beginning. I mean, I would say at the conclusion of last year, and he had some great games last year. I think the Michigan game stands out. We beat them at home. It's probably the reason we won that game. So you could see it coming, but consistently performing at this level, pretty much started, in June. So I'm not surprised at all that he's doing what he's doing.
Mike Kloss.
Hi, Fran. You just said that Bowie's arguably the best point guard in the country. Could you define why you feel that way, and could you also offer a critique of his 5-year career?
Well, the impressive thing to me is, he was obviously very good when he got there, but he continues to get better. I think it's his mindset. He's a tough-minded guy, but he's got great feel for what's necessary at any point in time, whether it be off penetration, shooting a three ball. His three-point shooting numbers are off the charts this year. It's makes him really hard to guard. He's probably as good as it gets in utilizing ball screens and finding his teammates. But he also defends. And, he really competes and maintains his composure at all times. So those guys are incredibly special, and that skill set translates to winning.
Tom Caker.
Fran, wanted to ask you about some of the freshmen. You seem to have kind of a feel for bringing these guys along. I'm thinking of like Laje right now, or Price. Brock gave you some big minutes the other night. What is that kind of art to doing that, to bringing a guy along as a freshman later in the year that they can really help you down the stretch?
Yeah, I think you look at it this way. They get here and everything's new, and they're watching a lot of film, and then they're doing skill development work, and then they're in practice, then they're in games, and if they're not playing, they're sitting there watching and learning and growing. So they start to figure it out. And then you just have to have enough confidence to put them in key situations and allow them to perform. I say this all the time. I wish I could play them more and leave them in there more, but I'm, doing the best I can to get them in there and allow them the opportunity to grow and play through their mistakes.
Tyler.
Going back to Josh, obviously he had the major injury in high school, but before that, just what all do you remember kind of watching him when you were recruiting?
He was in the recruiting process, he was a dominant player, and he was very heavily recruited, as I've said before, but I was surprised he wasn't even more heavily recruited based on his consistency of production. You know, he's a shot maker, he's a playmaker, he defends, he rebounds, he has a great frame. He's got a competitive mindset. I mean, everything that you look for in a recruiting process. And so it was for us a pretty easy decision to make him a priority.
Tyler again.
You guys right now first in the Big Ten in free throw percentage. What do you teach from a physical and mental standpoint that allows you to be good from that area?
Yeah, we just spend a lot of time doing it. We encourage guys to get to the free throw line, drive the ball. You have confidence that they're going to make them. I wouldn't say that there's any secret that we have. I think we have good shooters. We have confident players, and we just tell them, let it go. Don't overthink it. Get up there and execute your follow through, and do that, we'll have success.
Mike.
Given that you haven't played Northwestern, how do you get your players to absorb as much as they can about that team in a relatively short period of time? Or is that less of a priority than maybe we think it is?
No, Mike, it's a priority. The thing about that, you get to this point in the season, our guys have watched a lot of Big Ten basketball on their own, so they watch Northwestern play. A lot of our guys have played against them in the past, know their players, and we at least have 3 days to get ready for them, so that's always helpful. So they'll watch a lot of film and look at stats, and we'll put a game plan together. They're at this point of the season adept at understanding and executing game plans. And it's going to be critical in a very tough environment against a really good team.
Tom.
Fran, after this game on Saturday, you guys have basically a week off. Do you like that this late in the season, or would you rather just keep playing and heading into postseason?
Tom, I don't really think about it that much. You get breaks when you get them. They come at different times. We're fine with it.
Tyler.
I just want to go back to, you had kind of told the story of when you offered Peyton, when he was, saying that basically you knew you needed to have him and, you wanted him immediately. Was that just from watching him that first time and him hitting all those threes, or what else, I guess, made you feel that way so quickly?
Well, he played really well the very first time I saw him, and he continued to play well throughout that day. And then we started to develop a relationship with him, and obviously he's a spectacular person from a great family, and had respect for his high school coach, his high school program, and spent a lot of time going up there, during the evaluation periods, and just consistently made sure he knew he was a priority, and stayed in touch with him on the telephone, and obviously his career was spectacular in every way. So, never had any pause at all that he was our guy, and just consistently made him aware of that. And we're very thankful to get him.
All right. I think that should do it. Thanks, Coach.
Hey, guys.